Okay, guys, we are back and we are hoping that there will be no lag here and that we will have a great time together now. We just didn't want anyone to have a bad experience, which is why we decided to start a new stream. We know that it's not ideal to have new streams. Every stream kind of requires a lot of effort to reach more people, but then there were so many of you saying that you couldn't follow, and so we decided to just go for it. And I hope that now you will be able to enjoy this live stream and that there will be no issues. So please do join in. I hope that there is no lag here. तो सब लोग आ जाओ दोस्तों. We have 100 people back. We were close to 1000, so सब लोग आ जाओ and then we will enjoy this right now. These are the standings of the tournament. Fedoseev is just unstoppable, 23 points. He has 4 out of 5. Levon on 19, MVL on 18 and half. Praggnanandhaa 16 and half, Aravindh 16. So still in 4 and 5, but with 4 rounds to go, it seems very difficult to make it to the top now. Firouzja is also there, Deac is there, Krzysztof, Duda is there, Gavrilescu and Topalov. So far, no lag, says Vivek Bhai. Thank you so much. I hope it won't be any issues. And guys, so these are the standings for now. So if Prag and Arvind want to make a comeback, it's going to be a tall order, I feel. In fact, I'm going to put up all the standings now. Here, I have a way of doing it. Here, combined, we have all the standings, so you can see all the players rather than just top 3. तो अभी सब ठीक हो जाए. Yes, there we have full standings thanks to chess.com on their website. You can go and see here. You are on ChessBase India. The board is from Lee Chess. The standings are from chess.com. Everyone really powering the chess community. Yes, we can go to Chess Ranga and solve a few positions. Now they need to win 4 out of 4 if they want to have a realistic chance, says Mithul. Yeah, exactly. It's not going to be easy at all for them to win so many games. But let's see. Abhi to they have... Yeah, actually today, Prag has only scored 1 point out of 5. That's actually a very dismal day for Prag, I must say. You can see here he lost 2 games to Deac, Levon, MVL, Fedoseev. Only 1 point. And for Aravindh, actually he has scored only half a point today. Wow, no, 1.5 point. So Aravindh doing slightly better than Prag. What are the remaining pairings, says Saransh. So now Aravindh will face Topalov, Firouzja, Praggnanandhaa. These 3. And Prag will face Duda, Topalov, Aravindh and one more player. Guys, let's go for one more position on Chess Ranga to get ready for this entire what we are trying to get in good flow. This position is Arvind Chithambaram versus Alireza Firouzja. White to play. Let's see how many of you get it. White to move. दूसरा stream.
ब्रेक ले लो तो.
Yeah, this is a very important one. Trigonometry calculus says knight takes f6, but after knight f6, I have bishop f6. Yes, very good answers by Jerome, Chess 2010, Tathagat, Anjani, Khushi, Darshan, Trigonometry, Nitish, Samlin, Shraddha, Kavya, Pranay, Shipra. Beautiful, guys. Rook takes d5. Queen takes d5. And now what's the move, guys? ये तो काफी सिंपल है. Yes, knight takes f6. Beautiful. And then you simply win the queen here. Queen takes d5. So, good job, guys. And last tactic from this tournament. Oh, this is my favorite. White to play. What's the move? It's a very nice tactic. It's Arvind versus Levon.
Cool one. This is a cool one.
Actually, how did Levon beat Arvind in the last round? We haven't seen. We should see it a bit more closely because.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have to see Prague's game, Levon's game.
Ah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
They
yeah.
can it,
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Sorry.
I want to see that.
We have 7 more minutes before the game start.
Oh, guys, yes, we are planning to cover the Romania Superbet Classic live. Yes, Giri. And guys, this is in fact, we are at maybe the last hour of GCT, Blitz and Rapid. Another tournament ending, month end, tournament end, live streams end, and then we have 1 week. 7th March को मिलेंगे अपन. 7th March.
Yes.
For a very, very critical tournament. Prag and Gukesh, they are playing over there. It's a classical event. The GCT Romania Superbet. मजा आ गया जाएगा. 6:30 PM it begins in the evening. So timing is good. IPL clash होएगा but ठीक है, चलता है. And oh, March नहीं क्या? Sorry, 7th March.
May.
7th May.
So, Amruta, just to see what happened here, this was the
अरे बाप रे,
position.
मेरा 1 महीना चला गया.
Knight takes a2 Mara. And now he could have played rook b1. This was a good move. And then with the same idea of this. But Prag couldn't hold back. He went in. And he was right. Because if knight takes, we saw there is a mate. Takes king h1. And there is no way to stop the mate. However, after queen h6, knight g5 idea, there came this move bishop d5.
Classy move यार. With the idea of queen f6 to stop the mate. So that's why, but if e takes d5, what was the problem? Which happened, no? No, it didn't happen.
So, e takes d5.
Piece मर रहा है ना, simple piece मारा तो problem क्या था?
Knight. Now the thing is, when he goes here, you have queen here, take king here, and there's no mate. So that's why you can pick up the rook.
हाँ.
And then it's still a fighting position. I can take here 2 pieces for a rook. But this was such a beautiful move, Amruta, found by Fedoseev, because he could have also played here when pawn pushes forward. But because he played it here, now if pawn push, then queen here.
Knight g5 then he played.
Yeah, and now if knight g5,
Queen
there
e5,
is queen e5. But if you would have played bishop here, just trying to understand this, and now queen e6, now knight g5, queen here, then take,
Queen f7 पे mate है
take
ना, it is
and mate.
not protected.
That's why this bishop is needed on
Wow.
d5 to protect this square on f7. It was that deep.
Superb, superb.
And Fedoseev actually found this move. If you look at his time, 129, he took 1 minute 3 seconds. It's just incredible. He's in top shape.
Yeah,
Top
such
shape.
a move in classical chess would also require 10 minutes maybe.
Because bishop d5 was actually one move and there was also f6. But bishop d5 was the best move. Ooh.
Shock लगा?
Yeah, I'm super impressed. And then Prag did find a way to keep the pressure going. Rook d8. And now he couldn't find the move. But maybe the best way to continue was take, and the position is still unclear. Queen at 6, queen g7, maybe knight check, king here, check to the king, queen f6, queen takes b8, and then it could be a draw here after king g7. I mean, it's an equalish position. As it happened, Prag just simply played the move bishop e6 here and lost on time. I mean, he's losing here because of takes. He might have taken here, trying to checkmate. But then check here, he gets mated first. King f1. If king f1, there is knight g3 check, king e1, and queen c3 check, king here, and boom, it's a mate. So very nice game, I must say, here by Fedoseev and Prag also. It takes two to tango. And you know, Amruta, in the game of Arvind,
I mean, look at their standings, Prag and Arvind, in spite of losing the last games, they've been on 4th and 5th. So they had a very good chance, and
Yeah.
even now, if they
No,
win all
today-
their games, they have a good chance.
yeah, Prag has scored only
Actually.
1 point out of 5.
Abhi hai time. Come on, Praggu. Let's go.
Let's go.
And
You have
Aravindh
to fight.
also.
You have to fight. Last days are often the most critical, guys. And I think here, basically, Arvind had to keep this momentum flowing because he had given up the pawn. But what happened was, in the game, he kind of traded the queens here with rook e3. He just forgot about perhaps this check. And that was not a good idea. He could have played queen e3 and kept the game going.
Yeah, this
There
would
were-
have made it much complex with the queens on board. I mean,
Yeah, but when he did this, and then when Levon got this, now slowly and steadily, I think Levon is playing perhaps, I mean, Fedosev's performance is overshadowing Levon, clearly. But if you think about it, Levon Aronian today has scored 4.5 out of
What?
5.
what?
Yes, today is on 4.5
My
out of 5.
God. That is huge.
That's
That is
just
a
insane.
very heavy score, like if Fedoseev yesterday, in a way.
Yeah, in a way, I mean,
Almost.
this is what we would have loved if Prag and
And
Arvind
then
could have
they
done.
would have been in top 2 already, by the way.
Yes, by the way, there we see Levon joining in. The next round is beginning. We have now
क्या number? क्या date?
4-5.
4 पे Topalov, na?
4, yes. Topalov versus Arvind.
And 5 पे कौन है?
Prag versus Duda.
अच्छा, तुम्हारा गलत था.
Yes, Levon did well yesterday also, Neil. True. We want couple of big bug house, big event. Would love if CBI does it. We'll get Vidit, Nidhi, Magnus, Hikaru, Anish, Sopiko. अरे भाई,
अरे
ये सब fun streams
क्या
का
है ये? Funds
ये-
actually the number of tournaments have increased so much, even for the players for that matter.
But we never
That's
think
why it's,
about fun streams these days.
But this is a good idea. What Pranay actually says, we can have some
Yeah.
fun streams so that people will enjoy. So Sagar, are you ready for the
Yes.
कांटों की टक्कर which is started?
Do you
In
think-
fact, फूल वाला shirt और कांटे की टक्कर.
Do you think, Amruta, that the players will make a comeback now?
Yes, I mean, whenever you'll ask me, my answer is yes. Because 3 out of 3 किया तो क्या ही बदल सकता है. So I think it's possible. You have also, in fact, had such tournaments where you've played very bad, but last few rounds you've kept winning and things have changed.
Yes,
So,
definitely. If you can play that way, that would be amazing. By the way, Arvind going for a slightly provocative opening here against Topalov by not putting any of his pawns in the center, and White having this central pawns. I had once played this opening with White against Grandelius Nils at the Dubai Open.
crush हुआ था क्या? या नहीं?
No, it was good game. I think he beat me, but White was better slightly from the opening. But
So you
here
think it's
it's always better for White. I mean, you get a King's Indian structure with a slightly misplaced bishop on b7. You would have loved the bishop to be on this diagonal, but you get a fight. This structure itself is fighting. So you want to push your pawn forward. You want to try and attack.
You don't mind the space, less space.
No. This is the fighting position. This is what Arvind has signed up for by playing this opening. He's slightly worse, but he will keep fighting. Let's head over to Praggnanandhaa's game against Duda. A very interesting matchup because Duda, by the way, for all those who are aware, was helping Gukesh in his World Championship match. Castles, Bishop h2, a4, a6.
Yeah, there's no lag. We have 600 people watching this, guys. Like the stream, last 3 rounds, more people will join in. In fact, Harshit ka kya hua? We don't know yet, right? Guys, kya hua Harshit ka? A5 played in the meantime by Prag. Look at all his pawns on the dark square almost. And what do you think of the h2 bishop?
It's a very nice bishop. I love it.
Nice.
Yes, because Amruta, right now it feels like it's doing nothing much against this structure. But sometimes when you will take, and then this bishop opens up in such a brutal way. And so I am always afraid of this bishop.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. I thought there is a granite and all, but...
No, it's the granite is being hit by the pawn, right? So, yeah, he pushes it forward. And now, this is a strong structure against the bishop. But often you get pawn push, pawn push.
So break, yeah? White is looking at some c5 break ideas.
Yes.
But there is so
By the
many
way,
attacking
Amruta,
possibilities here for Prag.
While Prag has an interesting position against Duda, and you rightly mentioned that there will be a kingside attack coming up, Arvind has been left with a very bad position here. Look at this.
Oh,
He is in big trouble because Arvind, I think, he pushed f5. When he pushed, Topalov took and played rook here. Arvind brought his knight back. Knight came in and attacked this pawn. He pushed forward even further. The knight jumped in, attacking this bishop. He played his rook up. Pawn takes pawn. Bishop came back. He's giving up a pawn. Bishop went backwards. Knight g3 is on the board. And Amruta, this is actually, knight g3 is a little soft move, but if he had found rook here, it would have actually put so much pressure on Arvind. But to tell you the truth, it's still a messy position with clear advantage to white, but it's not a standard position, so things can go wrong for Topalov here.
No, I definitely think, and Arvind, as we have been discussing, whatever the assessment is in the first half of the game, we have seen different results. He's very resourceful, and these are the attacking chances. He's waiting to jump in with that bishop on c8 and things like that.
Yeah.
So I'll not be completely giving up on hope for Arvind.
Oh, but look at this move by Topalov. And by the way, a very good point by Pranav, who says, this is why they say don't play dubious openings with this old and classy guys. Yeah, they actually understand chess so well that maybe they are very happy when such dubious openings are played. And maybe it's better to play these dubious openings against youngsters.
That is true. The fundamentals are and way different. But look at the passive position.
No, but Amruta, this knight had no other space to go.
And you can't think of sacrificing more. Sometimes इतना sacrifice किया रहता है life में कि
और नहीं कर सकते. And now I think one good move for white is also to push the pawn, but he goes rook up, a6, knight c3, knight bd7. Yes, Topalov is winning the opening battle, but guys, there's also the middle game, then the end game. Let's see if he can outwit Prag in Arvind in all those phases. Going quickly to Praggnanandhaa. Prag is actually playing a very sound attack, Amruta. We saw here, then he pushed his h-pawn.
Oh, nice.
Then he defended here on the queen side. Then he pushed his g-pawn. And while the c-pawn is coming forward, he brought his queen and then a bishop. So he's stopping opponent's plans, furthering his own. And this is the live board position right now.
Wow, this is so cool. You have everything that you need to create an attack. Only thing now, you have to bring the pieces.
Yes.
And how is the question?
Amruta, why are Indians so much better in classical now than Rapid and Blitz? During pandemic, Indians were doing so well in online Rapid and Blitz events. I'm also very surprised actually. I have hardly seen an Indian player succeeding in Rapid and Blitz tournaments. I'm hoping this
Arjun,
changes.
no, Arjun is different. I think.
Arjun maybe does the best, but still hasn't won anything huge in Rapid and Blitz. Like from no medals in World Rapid and Blitz, in GCT events, nowhere. I think Vishy was the only one who was kind of doing that well.
Yeah, that is a very good point actually.
Well, we are hoping that this trend changes. Oh, by the way, C6 played here. Very interesting move, by the way. And now suddenly Duda has kind of trapped. Amruta, you don't want to go back with your knight
That's
here.
but what would you have played if not bishop d5? Come on.
I mean, you
there.
could have taken, that was possible. Take. It looks very ugly because this pawn is hanging. You are unleashing everything.
So this was a very weird decision which he had to evaluate.
Yeah.
And intuitively you would say you don't want to do that again.
But now you see, Amruta, that this pawn is a bit weak. And also, yes, this move was so beautifully found by Duda. Because now you can't take with the queen, the rook is here, and the bishop has to
Or
take.
rook d5?
And now
No,
just
knight
take.
d5.
Now just take.
Got it. But why did he not take directly? 80
Because
seconds.
D1 was hanging. That's why he had to first deflect
Deflect.
and
Wow.
then do this.
Smart.
So Duda now better. Amruta, you will see this bishop has gotten super active. So before Prag could launch his attack, white broke through. So it was a great fight. And now moving on to the game of Arvind Chithambaram here. He is back, guys. He is fighting now. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. And this is what Arvind was hoping for. That Topalov gets a big advantage, but he's able to fight. E4 कर दो. अच्छा. Takes on E5. Now bishop F1 मार दिया जाए. He takes it. Topalov kind of shaking his head. He was like, oh, I just forgot about this.
Oh, really? He forgot about the rook?
I don't know. He's shaking his head, but his position is still good. But you can, Amruta, you can feel the emotion shifting.
How old is Topalov?
Okay, tough question right now. I was analyzing and you have asked a very tough question. Oh, meanwhile, knight d5 played. Now bishop d5 has to be taken. He takes it. Rook takes d5. And Amruta, rook c7 works because if queen c7, rook hangs. And otherwise, if you take rook d2, rook f7.
50.
Oh, he finds it by Topalov. Still sharp.
He's 50 years old and finds it.
50. Let's
Yeah,
go.
he crazy.
And look at Arvind now shaking his head. भाई ये ब्लिट्स में एक्सप्रेशंस कितने होते हैं प्लेयर्स के?
Blitz में neck exercise is amazing. You keep shaking your head.
Yeah.
But Topalov at 50, man.
Yeah,
This
he's so
is
good. He's so good.
Crazy. I mean, he's making a comeback at 50, guys. So तुम लोग, if you have started at 20 and if you have all the patience to become a title player by 50, तो खेल ही देना. कर ही देना.
किधर खेलना?
Lot of people are asking ना कि I'm starting late. I want to become a title player.
Right.
Patience रहेगा तो definitely. Hikaru expressions are fun, says Boris Spassky. Yeah, he must have learned from you.
By the way, Amruta,
Huh?
look at this. The tension here. बहुत ही सही. Guys, full Arvind under a lot of pressure. He's thinking एकदम शांति से सोच रहा है वो.
Which is not शांति में नहीं सोचना चाहिए ना?
अरे. And also very quickly we want to see he takes queen takes d5. This doesn't seem like a great end game for Arvind. It's like if you count the pawns, he has 3 pawns. White has 4 pawns. So he's clearly having no chance to win this. He has to defend against Topalov. Even yesterday, Topalov played a great game, yeah? Okay, now going to Praggnanandhaa's game. Prag is back slightly better here with black pieces.
Wow, I'm glad
No,
to
but
see this.
you know this? He went back g4. By crazy. Praggnanandhaa gave up a pawn and is now trying to attack.
Nice. You know, in Blitz, I think maybe we say in Bullet, yeah, +1, -1 को छोड़ दो.
हाँ.
यहाँ पे भी
But
maybe
Amruta,
we should
18
leave it.
seconds, 15, 14, 13.
Oh,
Duda.
and you know, the one who is under attack is always in stress when
But
in time
Duda,
pressure.
Duda, take the knight. You can't let that knight live.
No, he doesn't take. Let's go, Prag. Let's
And then
go.
he took the rook, queen takes, rook c8, queen d4, rook c5. And now Prag is totally better here. He is clearly
Okay,
in
Prag,
the
come
in
on,
the
you can
driver's
do
seat.
it. You can get this in your
Yeah.
sleeve.
4 wins in a row is what is needed for Prag to finish top 3. It's not going to be easy. Queen goes back to a1, h3 played.
Nice. Loosening up the f3 square.
Khol do. Open the king. H takes g2. Kholo. Darwaze. Knight d3 played. Oh, he takes with the knight. And Duda had 1 second. Guys, it's 2-second increment. Look at this bishop opening up. He plays bishop f3.
But maar dalo
Oh,
usko.
h takes g2
Acha.
takes on b7. Rook b7.
Queen g4 is incoming, guys. Rook c2. Queen g4.
Queen g4 coming in. He takes the pawn here. But
Check.
now Amruta, this crazy move f6 to open up the rook
Solid,
here.
solid.
What is it? He takes here rook h7 is a mating attack.
Rukega nahi.
Praggnanandhaa wins here. What a win for Prag. And Aravindh still fighting. Guys, let's head over to Aravindh's board.
Well played, Prag. Well
Well
played.
played, Prag. And now Aravindh is equal.
Equal to जीत जाएगा.
Can
You know?
Aravindh?
Yes, he can.
No, Amruta, there's
He can.
very less material on the board. Queen
Chal.
c6.
चलता है. It's okay. तो किंग को देखो ना, Topalov has completely
Actually,
saved himself.
now the... Oh, he lost on time. Aravindh in the lost position wins on time.
Yes.
Oh,
my God.
what a moment, guys.
He also feels a bit sad for his opponent. Look
Yeah,
at him, no? Like,
yeah,
very
that's why
nice
Aravindh is the
gesture.
nicest guy in the chess
Yeah.
world right now.
Oh, but I'm very happy for Arvind.
I think this was a much needed victory for both Indian players.
Because they had like it was a lot of moments they had lost on like time and stuff
Yeah.
like that, better positions. This time sab mil gaya hai, guys.
And a huge result, Amruta, is that Levon lost to Alireza Firouzja, which means, and Fedoseev is still playing here. Can we quickly
Draw.
see what is Fedosev's game?
जीत रहा है. Fedoseev is winning.
Fedoseev is winning. But there is hardly any material on the... Oh my god. He's just going to play here.
Because वो king को cut off कर दिया है. King pawn endgame, guys. Winning king pawn endgame.
Oh my god. Fedoseev with another one.
Pranay says, oh my god, Arvind and Prag in tandem is something great to watch. Double dhamaka.
अरे पर अरविंद का पोजीशन बहुत ही खराब था.
अरे but the point is डाला ना pressure.
डाला
ना.
Time पे.
Look. So I think for Prag very important is he shouldn't come down below 5 seconds. Because he has lost number of times on time.
Yes. Amruta, updated standings here thanks
Okay.
to Chesscom.
Fedoseev on 24 points, MVL on 19.5, Levon on 19, Prag on 17.5, Arvind on 17, Alireza on 17, Deac on 16, Duda on 15, and then David on 11, Topalov on 9.
मतलब अभी ऐसे हुआ है कि थर्ड प्लेस एंड सेकंड प्लेस are still quite far. You can see that Levon has 1.5 points lead. But if one more win and either MVL or Levon loses, then there is a high chance that Prag and Aravindh, one of them can finish in top 3.
Oh, there are still 4 rounds, kya?
3 rounds. Aravindh is really stressed out, says nobody. Rightly so, missing so many ideas, realizing later, must feel really bad. Not really, I think he's played well. Some games he was better and then he couldn't convert it into a win. Fedoseev is already first, confirmed 99.9%. नहीं भाई, already first. He's first. Not 99.9. 3 rounds are left. He's done it. Guys, Fedoseev OP Oja in the chat. He has played like a true master. If you see here, His performance has been too good. Look at this. Win, 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 win. Sab kuch win. Only guy he lost to was Duda. Ek unbelievable performance. He's gaining 58 elo points. So from 2675, Amruta जरा मैथमेटिक्स कर लो, प्लस 58 2675 प्लस 58 कितना होता है? अरे कैलकुलेटर मत यूज करो, अरे कर ना,
चैट है ना.
2675 प्लस 58.
2728.
अरे क्या है ये?
क्या है ये?
58 ही बोला था.
अच्छा ठीक है ठीक है. एक छोड़ रे, कैलकुलेटर है ना, अभी कौन कैलकुलेट करेगा.
So guys, we have 2733
हाँ, वो देख.
as his new rating, Amruta. 2733. Wow. Insane. Meanwhile, Aravindh seems to have gained how many elo points here? 1, -1. Praggnanandhaa, -1. So they both have performed at equal of their rating. But 58 points मतलब क्या अमृता?
क्या है 58 points they gained?
58 elo points for Fedoseev in one event.
What? But he's already at. अच्छा 2733 is reaching. Okay, that means for this World Rapid and Blitz Championship he's at a.
No, now he will.
Oh, very very solid this thing. We may not be easily now seeing Magnus versus Fedoseev.
I have a feeling that Fedoseev is
But
in
anyway,
the top
we don't
best,
even know whether
Amruta,
Magnus
top
will play.
shape of his life, and I just feel like if he gets more opportunities, he might just win it. Guys, check out our interview with Fedoseev from Wiesenhaus, where he talks about the fact that things are much better in his life now. So he feels that flow in his game. Because
Why are
earlier,
things better in his life?
Because
did he get married or?
No, he got married before, but earlier, like, because he was from Russia, he's representing Slovenia. He got displaced from his country. He had to shift because of the war situation. Then he went to Slovenia. He was not sure, but now he's finding his calmness. He also found this coach about whom he speaks a lot in the interview about Roman Vidoniak, who we have interviewed on ChessBase India. There's an entire article on Roman. You can read that. So, often for a player, more than chess, who is really good at chess, sometimes it's about feeling good in life. It's good about that you feel like, okay, now everything in my life feels good and I can focus on chess. Firouzja is losing 49 rating points, Amruta.
That is insane.
Huge, because
for
he was
Firouzja.
at 2.8. If you think about it, he was at 2.8 something, 2.837, 2.857. But he's still about 2800.
Because he had a chance to reach 2900 at least in Blitz, which was a very big one, by the way. Pranav says Fedoseev climbed 19 places now and is ranked 17th in the world for Blitz.
Yes.
Which is cool. So amazing. And Pranav also says he's seen the amazing interview and I have accepted fate and all he said.
Yes, I have accepted fate, correct. And I think I felt that Fedoseev has kind of become more mature in terms of a human. And of course, as a player, he was always very talented. So when everything combines, you start seeing a huge surge in your chess results.
Oh, Shrikar says, shockingly, Aravindh has the best performance rating. Yeah, because he was the lowest rated over here.
That's not really. You can't have the best. I mean, when Fedoseev is doing so well.
No, but as 2550, how you're performing?
No, not that way. Best performance rating, Amruta.
Chandan is saying Sagar Shah has done an interview with everybody who could win. Actually, not true. He has done an interview with so many people that those who don't win, I mean, at that point of time, it doesn't kind of
no, but I could
become famous. But everybody is,
The thing is, with Fedoseev, when he started playing well in this qualifier for freestyle and he won it, I could already sense that something was going right for him. Then he came to Vaikanze where he really played well actually. He beat Arjun. Of course, he was worse in that game. He lost to Levon as well, but he played well there. in that tournament in Vaikanze. And you could sense that something was going right for him already.
Zala Karos mein, I was also playing very well. You never took my interview.
Amruta, light karta hu. Should I switch on the light?
हाँ, you get up and switch on.
No, I'm
So that
switching.
at least तुम्हारा walk हो जाएगा. But you know, guys, one of the good part is like Sagar may have taken a lot of interviews because at that point, somebody who plays well, you have to like you want to talk to them. You want to hear their thoughts, and it's amazing how things have panned out. How many of chess players have managed to reach on the top. It is simply amazing, but it's not over because we need lot more GMs, we need a lot more youngsters. So the quest goes on. Oh, by the way, maybe what I will tell Sagar has played with Fedoseev, I think, twice. Once in Qatar Masters, which was the very first time it was held, and once it was in Aeroflot. I think both the times it ended in a draw, and maybe Sagar, you could, do one your
No,
game.
I think I played only once with him.
No,
Once,
twice.
once I drew
One
in
in
Qatar,
Aeroflot and one in
and
Qatar.
Aeroflot, it was against Maxim Chigaev, who is his friend, and he was there. I didn't draw with him. Qatar, I drew with him. So he was just there, and he said good preparation and so on during Aeroflot.
But Fedoseev के साथ तुम 2 बार खेला है ना?
एक ही बार खेला शायद. देखता हूँ. But actually, Amruta, one more thing that I want to just reiterate here, which could be interesting for few people who are very serious about this, is if you see what Fedoseev managed, that move he managed to find against Praggnanandhaa, this bishop d5, it's still playing in my head. The reason for that is I feel he's not thinking about winning this tournament. He's thinking about how can I find the best move in any given position. And with such a mindset, you are not too excited with a win, nor too sad with a loss. You are just there in the zone. And I feel like, Amruta, to reach this space in your journey, many people know that don't focus on results, focus on the process, but it sometimes something clicks and you can actually implement in your life. And I feel like Fedoseev is doing that right now.
Yes, you are very right. That is being seen in the performance. But tell me something. Sometimes they are able to do it. Sometimes they are not able to do it. Why?
I think it's all about like what kind of mindset you are. Sometimes that first few games go your way and then you get into that flow. Sometimes you just lose a winning game and suddenly you don't have that mental stability to come back into that zone. You start regretting, you start going into the past. If only I had found this move. And then your mind is no longer balanced in finding good moves. It's like, it's so bad. You are in a regret mode, you are in a sad mode. So it's so much important to kind of have that mental fortitude as a sports player, and more so as sports player, because it is immediate, the result and everything. While if you are in any other field where it's also very important, it's not as direct. So sometimes, let's say you are a businessman and you face a loss, you can actually feel sad for like 15, 20, 30 minutes or even a day, and then bounce back after a few days or so on, and it doesn't impact that much. But in sports, if you take few days, you might lose 50 elo points. So that's why they compare sports as something which is quite brutal, but
Brutal and instant, and that's why it gives you immense mental strength. I think being a sports player, the fighting spirit is very different. Like whatever you do in your life, you can have one sport which you're into. You don't need to be at the highest level of it. But even on a day to day, like many people play badminton and so squash, whatever they play, it's a good thing to keep doing that.
I think a good idea is that if something goes wrong in your life, it's good to train yourself to not regret about it and come back into the present. Like imagine you are sitting here and suddenly something falls. like a glass breaks or some water gets spilled, to when you feel like, "Arey, what happened?" to just say, "Okay, no problem," to wipe it off and do the next best thing.
Like you
And
started a stream, yeah? Next
yeah,
stream.
something like this. It's like training for these bigger moments. Like you can't really train for exams or for tournaments directly, right? Like you have to first do it in small capacities. So if, let's say, you lose something, a small thing, then you maybe just say, "Okay, what is the best I can do now? Okay, I will try to find something I can call someone or something," but not like regret, perhaps. And then that builds your muscle of kind of finding the best move in a given situation, and then you can do that during tournaments, during examinations, and so on. It can be very, very useful.
No, and one of the big change in life did happen, and because Sagar has a very good habit of not regretting, and I used to have these regrets, like little regrets also, and it changed when you don't regret anything. No, you feel okay, you learned at that point of time, you move on, kind of a thing, and it's a very useful habit. You
in
save
general, I
lot of
think
energy.
it-
Otherwise, regretting takes a lot of energy, time, and that same energy can be put in productive stuff.
Mhm. Okay, guys, very interesting conversations here. We have right now the players arriving. The arbiter was there. Um, Darshan says, "Thank you, bye, for the advice. Now I feel confident." Anjanaya Phatak says, "Same mental issue was a problem for me in Maharashtra GM Open, which finished a few days ago." Yes, I think it's good, Anjanaya, that you can recognize this, that it's already impacting you. And once you recognize it, you can already start doing it in small things in your life. I always give this example, Amruta, of a GPS, which we use in our phones whenever we want to go. And let's say you are in a cab, and then you are traveling to a destination, and suddenly it says take a left, and you miss the left and you go straight. The GPS immediately recalibrates and shows you the next best route. So, if you keep in mind this GPS, how it works, and if you can bring that in, that, okay, now in this given situation, what's the best move? Imagine the GPS telling you, "Hey, what are you doing, man? You should have taken the left turn." We would have all shut down the GPS.
So recalibrate, as what you're saying,
Yeah,
everyone.
it might be a good good way to live.
Oh. Wow, Anjani, good to see you actually. Today the game started earlier. In fact, there are some people who are also asking help for their rating and improvement, and you've read a lot of books. So, once this game, until it's going on, if you could, anyone needs, guys, do ask Anjania over here.
By the way, Amruta, look at Topalov here on the screen. He's with Praggnanandhaa, and we have. Oh, this is also a very important clash. Levon versus MVL. And we have Firouzja. Firouzja versus Arvind Chithambaram. Also an important clash, because if you look at the standings, we have Arvind on 17 and Firouzja on 17. So imagine if Arvind wins, he moves to 18. And if Prag wins, he moves to 18 and a half. And one of MVL and Aronian loses. Well, with just 3 more rounds to go, guys. 16, 17, 18. Anything is possible. Fedoseev is taking on Deac. That's also going to be an interesting round.
Wow. The good thing is, when you see them again back on the table, everyone's ready to, in their game. Like, they're in the present moment fighting the next game. You don't feel, they are carrying the past game with them.
Yes. Amruta, now look at this. Arvind and
opening.
full symmetry. D4, D6.
Okay. There's a pawn in the center. I like that.
And we have now, he goes knight C3. That's a very interesting move. Instead of playing C4, knight D7 pushes his pawn to A4. And now maybe he pushes his central pawn. And that would change from a King's Indian to a Perk defense. But he doesn't. Perk defense. Actually, it's Pirk's defense.
Style mat maar rahe.
अरे ऐसे लोग बोलते हैं भाई. D5 played. And Firouzja is ready to spend even an extra tempo to get his footing in the center. And now maybe pushing the pawn but first maybe developing the bishop here. Oh, he puts it on B2. I just feel that white's position is slightly better because of the black knight here, which is a slightly misplaced. So e4 takes, he'll be able to break this. And I think Aravindh is doing well. Let's check what is up with Praggnanandhaa and Topalov, because yesterday, Amruta, if you remember this game of Karo-Kan that happened between Prag and Topalov, where Topalov completely outplayed Prag throughout the game. Remember?
No.
No, it was not yesterday. It was a rapid game. Sorry. It was a rapid game.
Just tell me something about it quickly.
It was Karo-Kan and he was just like finding all the best moves and Prag was trying to defend.
At least we have been following 50 games, so abhi ke liye thoda tough hai. But there is Sicilian, Mirrors the bite,
Yeah,
guys.
this
Prague
is
has
the very
gone for
famous
Mirrors.
game. And by the way, this
नहीं, ये
structure...
तो हो रहा है ना, famous कब
No,
हुआ?
famous structure.
Yeah.
This structure, if you want to study, there are books on this by a author named Sergei Shipov. Shipov is a master in these structures
Oh
of
yeah.
hedgehog.
Oh, is he the
and-
one who keeps doing the streams, right?
Yes. Oh.
Online for Russian audience. By
Is
guy,
he
he's
Shipov?
तो कौन
Yeah. वो Shipov है. Shipov. Correct.
because he is so good.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what amazing
No,
guy,
he's
man.
crazy
He
guy.
loves chess like anything.
He's just commentating all the time. Maybe we are reaching there, Amruta.
No, very difficult to cross him, but amazing guy, really. Oof. Yes, guys, everything is.
So queen b8 played and Prag goes h3, and this structure is explained beautifully in that book. When should you go for b4, a4, these ideas? When should you go for f4, g4 ideas? And so it's a very nice book in general to study.
Oh yeah, that one, the hedgehog.
Yes.
अरे I wanted to buy it and मेरे को मिला ही नहीं. मैं कितना ढूंढा.
हाँ, मेरे को somehow किधर I had studied it back in the day.
Yeah, no, but you should have. Abhi, you could have got it in Grenke. Oh God,
That's okay, Amruta. Don't worry. You have many things to do.
No, but it's books you should always have. Someday you want to open them, right? It's never a waste. And
No, generally you should open them. Not someday. The bishop goes back to a8 now. He's going with his bishop back here.
wow, guys, what is the main idea for
He's
black?
commentating right now. Devils never crisis.
See,
Guys,
he
most of the
never
time he's
sleeps.
commentating and he doesn't care about subscribers. He doesn't care how many people watch it. He's like the true. Sometimes I feel he's like the true karma yogi.
Yeah. In
who
fact,
just
go and
enjoys
raid his channel, I would say.
Yeah, Love from India.
Yeah, Love from India.
To
is,
Sergei Shipov.
Yes.
Just for his commentating skills, nothing else, just for his love for chess. But anyway, g4 Amruta here.
Oh.
And
I love this, what is happening on the board. We have a standard Sicilian here, which is very different from all the b3 ideas. Black generally wants to take a d5 break. He's trying to be alert over there. And rook is on c8, Sagar, usually. So over here, both the rooks are on, instead of c1, c file, they have taken the d file.
by the way, people are asking what's the channel name. Maybe some mod can put the link. I think it is Chess Crest Chess or something like this.
Yeah. No. Oh, Ronak, by the way, if you've written the mail, if you're planning any bulk buys, then do let us know what all you are interested.
Bishop
We'll
g7,
look into
e4, e5 played here by Firouzja. And Aravindh has a nice position, yeah, Amruta, right now. But he takes the pawn. And these pawns look not so good. So he doesn't want to take for sure because it improves white structure. But you can go bishop e6 with a very nice developing move. Just put the bishop here. It
Yeah.
looks good.
I'm keen on Prag's game right now because we rarely get to see a very standard
book
Sicilian in a blitz game. Sagar, can we go there because it has a lot of concepts and ideas. So
Hindu says खुद की watching नहीं आ रही है, दूसरों को रेड कैसे करेंगे? अरे भाई,
That's
what is that saying? That when a rich man helps a beggar, that is okay, that everyone can do. But when a beggar helps someone who is in, that is real charity. But okay,
No,
96.
that's just like we
Okay,
really
just a fun.
admire what he has done to the chess world.
Okay, knight d5. Yes, he's not live. Okay, got it. Thank you guys. Maybe someday he will be live.
Okay, Sagar, bishop b2 यहाँ पे I'm very keen on it. You now have the d5 square, so black has committed with e5. He's saying कि d5 में मेरे को interest नहीं है, and it works over here.
Actually,
Look at
Topalov, you know, Amruta, I love how Topalov is playing in this tournament. Yeah, he has this very deep positional understanding, but clearly now Prag can push with his knight.
But knight d5 से क्या मिलेगा? Abhi, immediately.
Oh, he doesn't push it. He goes
Yeah.
h4.
It's a little bit of you
wants
feel
to-
bishop d5 कभी भी आ
नहीं,
जाएगा.
उसको इधर g5 खेलना.
I like h4.
But what about
Very
bishop
practical.
sitting here? It
But
looks-
that means you are saying that I'm not interested in that diagonal anymore.
which one?
वही a1 to h8 वाला.
This diagonal.
Yeah.
But this was anyway blocked, no?
Yeah, but you
Someday
won't be
it
able
will
to
open
defend.
up.
Yeah, exactly. तो are you okay with that? देखो एक बार आगे बढ़ गए तो वापस चेंज नहीं कर सकते. लाइक आई से
Hmm.
कि तुमने साइंस ले लिया है फिर बोल रहे हो यार झेप नहीं रहा है कॉमर्स लेता हूँ अभी 2 साल के बाद. फिर भी ठीक ही है बट
He jumps in.
he
with
goes
the-
it. He
he
says
takes
मैं
it.
करूँगा इंजीनियरिंग. He
Oh,
says what if I have not prepared with the engine? I can be an engineer still.
Nice, Amruta. Nice. By the way, the best move here is h5.
Oh, all chess players are engineers because they prepare with the
Amruta,
engine.
focus करो ना commentary पे. Knight to
This is commentary,
b4.
Sagar.
Queen h3. What?
I like
what
that.
was
I
this
like
move?
that. Bishop b7. Not
Knight
best idea.
b4, getting into the d5 square.
What if
And now
a5?
look at this move, Amruta. He goes g5. Crazy.
Oh, but white is happy, no?
Yeah,
Just
White is
maintain
very
the
happy.
tension.
I
Don't
think
care about it.
Somehow Prag has managed to get a very good position.
Because the bishop on f4 is going to literally do nothing. In fact, it is taking away the knight square, Sagar. In the future, knight को वहाँ पे आना था.
Correct.
Oh.
Knight d5. Bishop takes d5. And now guys take with the e pawn. Opening up this dag. I think this is going to be very, very brutal for Veselin Topalov. He played well the opening, but then in the middle game got outplayed. We want to quickly check while Prag is thinking, he takes ED. Should we? I think for now, Arvind's position is equal as we can see in the bar. So it's looking good. Arvind maybe slightly better for Firouzja. So we will hang in here with this game because Praggnanandhaa is pushing clearly. Now this knight is attacked. Where can the knight go?
d4 गया तो?
Did he go? He went to d4, Amruta, and I'm feeling like at some point some sack is coming. He first takes, bishop takes, and now
Knight e4
no,
खेलो.
wait, f4 कहीं ना कहीं आने वाला है. Oh,
Deflection.
first he played knight e4. Good move.
Good move.
और ये रानी, the queen is completely out of the game. Guys, look at this mating attack launched by Pragu. But he took with the bishop or the rook. Yeah, he took with the bishop. h6 played. And now very important how to launch the attack. Pull back the
You
bishop.
need the queen
Amruta.
on the... Yeah,
Pull
queen
back
in
the
front
bishop.
of the bishop.
Bring the
Battery
queen and
बनाओ,
घुस
battery.
जाओ.
चले चलो अरविंद मिस्टेक. ओ चले चलो. अरे जो इंजीनियर वाले लोगों को पसंद आया. बहुत सारे इंजीनियर रहेंगे.
Oh, he sacks on d4 with the rook.
But was it too necessary? Oh, he doesn't need to go into the material imbalance according to
And
him.
he's shaking his head, Amruta. We don't have the moves here. Let us go full screen on this because
Who is shaking his head? Topalov?
Topalov.
Ah.
He's unhappy.
Okay, then maybe Prag found something amazing. यहाँ पे है ना बिशप b7 तक.
अरे नहीं है आगे तक.
बाप रे, बहुत आगे गया.
King f8. Guys, Prag is completely dominating this game. He brings his queen in.
Takes. Let's try to make some moves.
एक मिनट. Please.
Queen
Okay, got
है फिर वो
Got it. 6. King g7. Take. Check. King f8.
Queen f3.
And guys, this is totally winning for Prag. This is because his bishops are completely dominating now. I mean, it's opposite colored bishop. Some hope for Veselin here. But pawn push to g5. What's the point here, Amruta? Oh, he's bringing his rook in. Oh, that's nice. But Veselin is running away and rook comes to h7. Somehow, is there some queen h3? Oh, he's bringing the bishop in now to f5. Because Prag has this beautiful center. भाई चेस बोर्ड नहीं दिख रहा है. हाँ, उनको भी नहीं है, अपडेट नहीं हो रहा है दोस्तों. इसके लिए यही दिखा रहे हैं हम आपको बोर्ड, because there is no chess board that we can update.
रिफ्रेश करना एक बार है. Leeches is stuck. They're playing too fast for Leeches right now.
Oh, it's working here. Awesome.
Okay, we are just getting, and right now one more blunder by Topalov. He goes queen e5. We see opposite colored bishop, but the black king is totally weak, and materially also white is having one extra pawn. Oh, but only thing Prag has to take care is time. He should not get too much low on time, especially below 5 seconds is a bit
what
tricky.
A fight, yeah, by Topalov. He's not giving in, Amruta. And by the way, Aravindh is losing. Aravindh is completely lost against Firouzja.
Okay, then here, we have to stay here.
Queen d4 played. Oh!
What
boom!
Shot.
Boom! That was a shocker. That was a shocker. Amruta, should we take the pawn?
नहीं मेट करो queen bishop g4 and queen c6 you want
भाई
to go.
queen मर रहा है.
अभी queen c6. अरे rook h2 mate.
Oh, and
he missed it. Topalov missed it.
Prag with another win. Let's go, Prag.
But
Let's
rarely
go.
you get to do such a mate, yeah, so it's nice.
And Amruta, there is a draw between Levon and MVL. And Aravindh lost. Aravindh lost to Firouzja. So Firouzja is on the offensive here.
Acha, so Firouzja actually taking rapid revenge. Both the games in Blitz he managed to beat Aravindh, yeah?
Yeah. And there you see, I love how Topalov is analyzing. But guys, Praggnanandhaa, really amazing moves. The move of, I think, today, which we really loved in this game of Prag.
Queen e6.
No, was rook takes d4, Amruta. That was a brilliant.
वो वाला party
So,
miss हो
like
गया.
here, we were here at this point. And
movie देखते देखते light चला जाता है ना, half an hour.
look at this double exclamation move. Boom. King went back and then queen came to f3. And then Topalov tried to give back the material, which was a practically good try. And now Amruta, again a very nice move here. Although the engine does not approve. And maybe he should have taken with the bishop. The moment he took with the pawn, rook jumped in. And then rook jumped in. And then queen jumped back. And slowly and steadily... this boom.
Very nice.
And a good game here, guys.
मजा आया. Like करो शौर्य. हाँ यार, guys.
Topalov said in an interview he's a fan of Prag. Wow, that's so nice to know.
That also might impact the play, but I'm really loving how Topalov has managed to play here, how he has been fighting against these youngsters.
Yeah.
And as we were discussing, guys, Topalov is 50 years old. Like, and making a comeback, opening theory and all that, which is also new.
By the way, guys, all those who are asking about the standings now, here we are. Very interesting last 2 rounds left with Fedoseev 4.5 points ahead of the field, finishing this tournament in a beautiful way. MVL on 20 points, doing amazingly well. Aronian on 19.5 and Prag on 18.5. 2 more rounds to win. If Prag manages to win 2 games, who knows where he can reach? Is MVL Prag still left? I think.
Arvind
Prag Aravindh. And last round might be Prag. And I like this analysis. Both were happy there. Actually, last round Prag ko kaun lagta hai every time? It's an important question. Last round. Oh. नहीं उधर नहीं आएगा.
अच्छा
I know where to find
ठीक
it.
है, we will find it. हाँ, I have in the videos यहाँ पे. Wait,
नहीं मेरे को पता है.
round 09. Prag David.
David Gavrilescu क्या?
Hmm.
Okay. So that's a good chance for Prag there to win. And he'll be hoping if and also guys remember Prag is a full tour player of Grand Chess Tour. So there are wild cards. Aravindh is a wild card. They will not play all the events. They will not get invited to many more events. Maybe Aravindh will only play one event this year in Grand Chess Tour, which is this one. But Prag will play in a lot more events. He will play next in Bucharest. He will also play in Zagreb. So we'll see him in a lot of places.
Oof, मजा आया.
Actually, if you think about it, Praggnanandhaa, once he gets into the groove, he starts scoring wins. He has now 2 wins back to back. We are hoping that he scores another win now. It's a very important game with Aravindh. And Aravindh has had a very lackluster day, Amruta, today. Because he has scored only 2.5 points. But even in that 2.5, he had a tough game against Topalov. But maybe he was winning in some other games. Hopefully he can strike back now. We can quickly look at Aravindh's game against Firouzja to see, because in the opening he had a good position here. And he got a good, we saw till here, we saw that maybe it's still a fighting game. Okay, it was around even, but this b6 move was very cool. I think you can see, Amruta, how these little calculation errors happen. So his point was, if you take bishop takes b3, he wants to go rook b1 and one of the pieces drops. But he missed that b6. He thought there's nothing that can go wrong. But after bishop queen e3, now bishop a3, very beautiful move by Firouzja, where he's going here with his bishop, and also this is hanging. So dark squares become super weak. And now he attacks the queen, takes the knight, and then picks the pawn. And another pawn. b5. It was not like totally lost. But somehow black managed to get... Oh, by the way, he just gave up his pawn, yeah, here. I think also, Amruta, players are super tired.
Of course. Generally, it's very difficult, yeah. 5-day, we have seen it.
Like, why not to take this pawn directly? Maybe he didn't like something here. Okay, I understand. But then when he played here, now Aravindh could have taken this pawn. But he still did not. He played rook e1, queen a5, rook f1, takes, rook e1, nice move. Guys, it's a blunder now. I want you to find the winning move for... Oops. Move हो गया. Black to play and win.
वो तो आता ही था इनको, लेकिन वैसे तो. But yeah, Firouzja managed to beat Aravindh. Aravindh may have added, but overall, Aravindh, who played such a tournament for the first time,
yeah,
he's performed incredibly.
Okay, one thing I can tell you from this entire performance of Aravindh is that he belongs there.
100%.
He belongs in the top level of chess. It's clear that these double round robin blitz events, where you have to play each opponent twice in 2 days, are super tough. They are mentally super draining. And it's not everyone's cup of tea to do it.
And also those who have played a lot of World Rapid and Blitz in general, they have more stamina for that matter, because this tournament requires a different amount of energy and experience. Yeah, but I hope the World Rapid and Blitz also, which happens generally, they add a day or two, because it is so tiring on the players. It's extremely difficult.
Yeah.
And also on the journalists. So difficult on us. The most difficult tournament for us, in fact.
No, I think the most difficult tournament in the world for any player or any commentator or any journalist is Grenke Open. It has 4 days of double round robin. It is just incredibly,
Classical chess double round.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just crazy. By the way, guys, thank you all for
Yeah.
joining in. I just want to tell you about one of the links in our video in our description, where you can get this very nice book, Chesspa Meets Bookie. It's a book that is made by Amruta, me, and our very good friend Ketki. We have worked on this very hard for many days. It is 72 pages, has the life story of Gukesh. It's a Chesspa inspiration series. We want to bring forth the life of young Indian players to the young generation in a fun way, and hopefully
Yeah,
we
through
can
its
do it.
graphics. I mean, it's not like a proper book which you read, guys. It's not like that. It has this graphics.
Yeah, it
and
has
nice.
a very nice storyline. So hopefully we can do it for other Indian
Oh yeah,
players
we
as
would
well
love to.
in future, like Prag, Vaishali, Arjun, Vishnanand, Hampi, Vidit, Divya, Harika, like all these top players. If we can in general have it, that would prove to be a great inspiration. And here all the details have been verified, from Gukesh's life. Very nice, like we put in after checking properly with him and so on. So it is not something that is done lightly. You will see many little things. In fact, I've done an interview with Gukesh where he goes through the book and we tell him about these little intricacies, and he was also like, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
That's
obviously,
interesting.
like it was through all the material and also some of the years of following him, watching him,
Yeah.
observing him, certain those kind of details. But overall, great graphical work by Ketki, and it's amazing. You should check it out. In fact, a few of my friends said that it's Soumya also read it. She said it's a coffee table book. It's not just for kids. That's what she told me.
Because
And
at
then
the
I got
end
to
there
know
are
by so many more people like that. They are saying that
20 pages of
yeah,
real life pictures of Gukesh.
yeah, that's what.
हर्षित भाई का गेम भी हो गया है क्या शुरू?
क्या
ओह,
हुआ? अच्छा 2 राउंड है क्या आज?
आज 2 राउंड है उधर.
अरे ओके.
So Harshit bhai won in the morning.
Yes, is there any round remaining? Asking Om sir, this is the last
Oh, it
round.
starts in 45 minutes. Amruta.
अभी का राउंड लास्ट है गाइस, ये जीसीटी का. तुम जाके आओ.
नहीं और 2 राउंड है.
और 2 राउंड है और गलत इन्फॉर्मेशन, रॉन्ग इन्फॉर्मेशन बाय मी गाइस.
Prakalp Patidar says chess and love book on Sagar Amruta. Yeah, that's also not a bad idea, Amruta. That at someday we can make a book
But
on.
Sagar has written on his blog Jab We Met करके stories. If you type Jab We Met Sagar and Amruta, a very nice factual details on the blog you will find.
Yeah, that's a good story. But also maybe someday we can write more, because that was before marriage. Now after
Oh
marriage,
yeah, that was
we can write 10 years of our
decade.
life together. Sagar, when will you make your
Wooden chessboard. पता नहीं wooden we have
no, WN chessboard?
what is WN?
Wooden, wow. How did you understand?
तो
That's
बस
just deep.
जो लोग स्पेलिंग में बेस्ट नहीं रहते थे उनको ऐसे सब फटाफट समझ में आता है. सागर, तुम तो हर एक चीज में स्कॉलर थे. मैं तो
We have S8UL edit says love from S8UL. Raunak says I will be the first customer for that book. Amruta, maybe
which one?
for our book, maybe we can think
Oh.
of this book, but I feel maybe the right time to do the book
25th
might be
anniversary.
after a few more years, because
25th
we have to
anniversary will
see
be ठीक है.
क्या होता है ना अपना लाइफ. वो समय का फेवरेट डायलॉग है, क्या पता आगे जाके वो रुको जरा,
क्या डायलॉग है वो?
रुको, लाइक ही सेज नो दैट बायोपिक बनता है लोगों के लाइफ में, रुको जरा, इतना जल्दी क्या है, क्या पता आगे जाके कुछ कर दे.
ओ गॉड, वो भी डालेंगे आगे जाके जो भी होगा. पार्ट 2 आएगा वहां पे.
Sagar bhai, how to improve vision on chessboard after continuously playing online? So my suggestion is the following. And अरे क्या हुआ अमृता?
तुम वो 4 टुकड़े बना दोगे.
So my नहीं, वो नहीं, that is not 4 टुकड़े, that is for notation, अमृता. this is for vision. He's not able to see clearly. So guys,
तो चश्मा लगाओ.
हाँ,
तुमने बोला is not able to see clearly.
हाँ, तो देखो अभी
Even
जैसे
calculate
I
clearly.
can give you an example. This is chess ranga. Okay,
कुछ
this is
भी
a
करो
tough.
पर लेवल डाउन है तो कम ही दिखेगा.
This is a tough position. Now, many times what happens is in an online game, the first thing that you see, generally people who are not very strong, they will see rook can take a rook and they will play it. Then someone who is slightly stronger will say, oh, I can play queen here. If queen takes queen, I will take and then I'll take the queen. But someone who's more strong will be like, wait a second, if I play queen here, does he have to take? Can he go back? Then what will I do? So you see this ability to slowly and steadily try to navigate your way through this position is very important. So
और
here,
वो ability है नहीं तो
उसको build करना, it's like a muscle.
वो कैसे build
You have to
करना,
think
वो
now
बता.
here. You don't have to. The best way to develop it is not to move pieces, is to put on either chessboard or on a computer to think ahead and to always look for best defensive option for your opponent. Never say that, oh, my opponent will blunder. That would be the easiest way to, let's say, like some people said here, he'll take, I'll take here, check, king will move, and then I'll be rook up. Then you will not improve. You will just be playing for tricks. But the strong player will be like queen f5. What happens if I go rook d8? What happens if I go rook queen d8? And actually, it's an interesting position. I don't know what the answer is.
हाँ तो you'll have to calculate. No, that's good. By the way, look who's in the chat.
Who?
आदि.
अरे आदित्य सूर्य, नेटफ्लिक्स सीरीज इनकमिंग, सागर अमृता का प्यार. अरे आदि भाई,
जब भी करेंगे आदित्य को ही शूटिंग करवाएंगे. Oh, but guys, Aditya Sur Roy in the chat, who has been traveling and covering events and
In
also doing a lot
Bundesliga.
of things in Hyderabad,
yes.
by the way.
Guys,
so
any of you in Hyderabad
really
here,
amazing.
if you want to build up something special in Hyderabad, Aditya is working to build a nice chess culture in Hyderabad. He recently had Srinath Narayanan over. He has also built these pages of ChessBase India Hyderabad in on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Twitter. So you can just go and follow there, and there are lot of things that you can contribute to this
No,
initiative.
it's amazing because he's very, very, he comes up with good ideas, very flexible I mean, the way he has, come into the chess world and been contributing. बहुत सही है, guys, definitely. Sagar Ronak is saying, get Fritz 19 and do blindfold training. That's the best.
Oh, that's also not bad idea. And by the way, guys, Prag and Aravindh here smiling with each other. Smiling here. And it's going to be very, very exciting, this battle, because somewhere, Prag has chances to finish in top 3. Aravindh does not. But that does not mean that Aravindh won't try. He also has to try his best. And so what will happen here is the question. The handshake and the game begins, Amruta.
I love this match. Especially we have to see only one board.
What?
100%. मजा आ जाएगा. क्या बोले?
Crazy. B3, B6 हो गया, Amruta.
Symmetrical. Neil, we will go to that position again in the break. He's curious to know the answer. But for now,
But
Prag
Amruta,
Arvind का एक
what
moment
is
miss
wrong
नहीं
with
करेंगे.
Lee Chess?
I don't know. Let's go to chess.com.
They're not updating the games. So
I hope Leeches is in a good condition, guys. Do support Leeches.
अरे ये गेम नहीं आ रहा है करके थोड़ी ना, ऐसे ही मतलब support anyway.
Yeah, of course. That's true.
B3, B6.
Don't leave us hanging on the puzzle. Don't. Guys, we'll go back. सोचना आप वो puzzle के बारे में.
C5, pawn forward, pawn
Hey,
takes
this
pawn.
gives a Sicilian Open vibe.
Yeah, it's a nice thing for Prag. You can see his bishop and queen lined up on this diagonal. He's ready to even long castle and put his rook on the open file. So Praggnanandhaa has really built his position quickly. Now Arvind is
If
thinking
knight f6,
he
then
played
you
it.
will go e5, no?
No, but if you push your pawn, the knight could jump in the center. So he builds a firm structure against the bishop and the knight.
Ooh, but then there is long castle g4 ideas. I love that. I love
And
that.
also black can go bishop out, hitting the queen,
And then
castling. So in a way, it's a very even position that we
Yeah.
have.
the question is whether right now I want to go long castle or not. That is the question. But
And
yeah,
he goes bishop out, the queen comes back, and pawn pushes forward, Amruta. The important question now is, do you take here? Do you push here? He goes long castle and then short castle here.
oh yeah, long castle d5 भी आया, सब कुछ ही आया. Okay, now there is a pin, so you're not worried about d takes e4. He goes knight e2.
Wow, this is actually a lot of stress happening
Hey,
on that
now
side.
d4 is threatened.
Now it's a big problem
Okay,
because the
you have to
queen
decide.
is defended by both the rooks as well as the knight.
And if you move the queen away to f4, g5, d4 is something you have to be careful about, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh, definitely.
Guys, who do you think will come out on top in this battle of two Indians? Until now, in both Rapid and Blitz, it has been Pragg who has managed to beat Aravindh, but it has never been like a one-way struggle. It's always been like sometimes Aravindh is winning, sometimes Pragg is winning. It has been back and forth. Draw,
Yeah.
people are saying. He takes pawn takes pawn. He takes back pawn takes pawn. And now Amruta, knight to b5.
Okay, there is a firstly, guys, after these, this takes isolated pawn for black.
And also, Amruta, can we win this pawn? Because yes, it's hanging. I mean, it's a
Wait.
bit weird to win such a pawn.
Why?
Like,
Why?
It's like
How is it
robbing a
weird?
bank in daylight. But maybe it's
Oh.
take.
Wow. Knight b4 end में
Take.
आ रहा है, a2 मर रहा है.
Take. Nice one. Knight here attacks here and here. If I go forward, you can go back, then get your bishop
c6,
out.
no, why back?
Yeah, he might attack again. So now this is hanging. So yeah.
So knight a4.
Oh, nice move by Pragg. He's not greedy. And rook.
And he's
But
got the
Amruta,
dark square bishop over here.
Look
But
at how Aravindh is playing. He like generally doing this is waste of time.
yeah, in
because
blitz.
because you make a move then come back like this. But what he's trying to tell himself is don't make impulsive moves.
Yeah.
Think through your decisions. So he's thinking through. It's actually an old age, like this is a very famous advice that was given by by Botvinnik to Garry Kasparov when he was young. When Garry would make his moves very quickly, Botvinnik said, take your hand and place it below your bum and sit on it when it's your move, so that when you want to make a move, you have to make an effort to get your hand out, and then you can, so it was like sit on your hands.
Did you also tell him take care what you're eating?
Yes, that was the thing always there. By the way, Amruta, this pawn has become a big weakness now. Knight here.
No,
And
how is
also
this
this
okay
bishop.
giving up the dark square bishop? I'm just looking at it. It's
No, I
like
like-
one of the very extraordinary position. It's pretty open, and yeah, the hanging pawns are okay with black. क्या हुआ? अभी समझा क्या जोक?
नहीं.
तो
Oh, look at by the way, Arvind now taking his time, but he's still way ahead of Praggnanandhaa. Praggnanandhaa is 2 minutes 21 seconds.
too much commitment for a blitz game.
Oh, he pushes the pawn. Knight comes out, attacking the c5 pawn. The queen comes in and defends the pawn.
Yeah.
Amruta, pop out the bishop. Hit here.
But you know, this f1 bishop also is not developing at all.
No,
And
it can go here now. It's a nice bishop. It can move to a beautiful
but for
diagonal.
white to create an attack, he needs to start with this kingside pawn.
But why do you want to attack? This is
No.
a weakness. Why
You
not?
are going positional
Yeah,
way.
I'm going positionally. But also, I completely get it that after this, if black defends
Knight
it,
d5 hai na?
I don't know what is the
But
way to create more pressure here as white. Because I can
Queen
put my
g5?
bishop. That's a nice move. Coming in here, attacking
But
this.
rook e5 hai. Sorry, no, go back.
Yeah, maybe rook here.
You need
Oh,
to
by the
complete
way,
the
look at
development.
Prague. He goes with his bishop out. And now, very strong
Rook
move for
e3.
Arvind. Knight jumping in here, looking at the bishop. And you have to be super careful as Praggnanandhaa. For Prag, this is his final chance to finish in top 3 in this tournament. If he botches this up, he cannot finish it because he is still a point away from Aronian, 1.5 point I think away from MVL, and so he has to A5 played. What is
But
A5?
No, computer
No,
doesn't
this
like it
is-
at all.
this is very
It
bad, Amruta,
He wants
because
to go
now-
knight b4, Sagar.
Oh, he goes bishop e4. I would have loved if he had gone bishop f5, one more square ahead to chop this and chop this. But I know what he wanted. Like if bishop f5, he wanted knight b4. Put here, but then I take and then I anyway take here.
Oh, you don't have knight a2 in between.
You-
Right.
You have it, but then king b2 and there is no fork
True,
or
true.
anything. But he goes rook e b8 and now another chance to put your bishop here. Can Pragg spot it? Pragg has 1 minute 35 seconds. Arvind has 1 minute 55 seconds. It's getting very intense, guys.
Ooh.
Very, very intense here. And he brings his knight into the center of the board, like into the side of the board. Knight b4 played. And now c3 played. He's attacking this pawn. So defended here. But what if I take... the queen is hanging. Okay, very nice, very nice.
Wow, going on tough.
It's a good fight by both the players. Not giving in easily here. It can go in either direction, guys. Feel the intensity of this encounter. It is huge.
Oh yeah, queen c7, and once again not
Oh,
the best idea.
what if I
but
take the piece?
Oh, CB4.
Arvind is giving
Check.
up this, check, and maybe queen trade. Yeah, queen trade, and then that endgame might be better. So Pragg has to calculate this in 1 minute. In less than, like in 1 minute, 5 seconds.
And what if you go king b1 right now?
It's also a possible move, Amruta. That's a good point. So either take the knight, take the bishop.
Oh, king b1, d takes c3, you know? You can't take on d7. Bishop e4 check and c2.
Yes, Amruta with her brain working super fast here. If king
Once
here,
in a
she
while.
says takes, check and check queen here with winning the rook. Very nice. So, he takes the knight.
Yeah,
he
he
takes
finds
the
it.
knight.
Finds
And
the
now
best
do you
move.
take with this pawn or this? I mean, logically you want to take back with the c pawn, unleashing an attack on the king. He takes with the c pawn, a check to the king. Queen comes in, blocks the check. And now
Now you have to take and then take b takes a3, but,
no,
then
if you
your pawns
take-
are weak.
Yeah, this is really, really nice for
But drawing
white.
chances, no, for black.
Like I'll even take here, and this is looking so good for white.
The a3 pawn is not a trouble.
Not at all. It's a trouble, but for black.
Kevin Winter says, hi from England. We love this passionate commentary.
Let's go, Kevin. Thank you for joining us. And right now, Arvind Chithambaram has 48 seconds. Praggnanandhaa has 36. He takes the queen. And now you take
King
back
C2,
with
no?
the king or bishop. Anything is fine. I believe bishop takes might be slightly better.
Yeah, it's a decision again, but Prague has to
Pragg
use this
play
time.
fast. This is not a very important decision. Both are good. Bishop takes. That's a good move. Takes. Now rook takes d4. Pawns are equal, guys. But
But
black's
Arvind is
pawns-
very resourceful, Sagar. He's not going to still make this easy, you know.
I know, but Pragg go. Oh! Pragg jumps in, attacks the rook. If the rook goes to a7, Amruta, rook e7, it's all pinned up.
Oh, and the back rank
Rook
is weak.
a6 he plays.
Back rank is weak.
Rook a6, knight c4.
A3,
Look
yeah.
at these two beautiful rooks. The knight looking here and here. Bishop well placed. Suddenly, Praggnanandhaa has a winning advantage.
Oh.
Pawn a4 makes a lot of sense.
You can't take on a3 still.
You can push
AB3
here, by
over
the
there.
way. Yeah, if you take here, he takes and he attacks your knight. So another good move found by Pragg, because you can't take here. The bishop defends it. Pawn is a pawn.
Oh. And is this the third game? If Pragg wins this, then he's 3 out of like last.
Yeah. Last 3 wins, Amruta.
Hat-trick ho jayega.
And by the way, now bishop d5, he takes knight a3. Instead of knight a3, he could have gone rook e d1 to threaten a back rank mate, which would have been super strong. But okay, g6, and now he goes rook to e5. Arvind jumps in, picks up a pawn. It's still not clear, guys. It can be anyone's game. King b2, bishop jumps back on a2. 1 pawn up is Praggnanandhaa on a4. He has 7 seconds. Arvind has 16. Anything can happen here. Bishop b3. And he takes the bishop. King takes. Yes, he takes with the king. And rook goes to e6. Amruta, now the rook can enter into this camp. Knight jumps into the center. I would be very surprised if Arvind manages to hold this.
No, it's possible. You know, there's some weaknesses there. It's not so clear actually.
Rook goes behind the pawn. Rook c1, he goes with the knight.
A5. Can you go
A5,
A5?
push the pawn here.
You
He pushes
only had
it.
to not go king b4. Nahi to rook b6 and
And the knight e8 is such an amazing move by Arvind. He's trying to get his knight here.
What if a6?
Oh, he's queening.
Oh, but knight
No,
b7.
but Amruta, rook a1, he finds
And
it.
b5 is attacked.
And this is
a7.
going,
Arey,
oh, rook a2.
No, he
Check.
can't take. He can't take.
Oh, it's a draw.
Why?
It's a draw.
Ah.
No, but Pragg says I want to play on. Rook takes knight c8.
Knight a6
Oh, what a tactic. What a tactic. Praggnanandhaa with insane tactic, and Arvind loses on time. Oh my God. Oh my God, guys. I can't believe that finish there. Knight c8, knight e7. Praggnanandhaa with some amazing...
But it was a draw at that point of time. What really happened?
No, he didn't have to take this pawn, Amruta. This pawn is anyway dying. He had to move his king up. And then there is no this threat. But Arvind couldn't really figure out. He went here and boom. Attacks the rook. And then a check. And you lose this.
No, the end was insane.
Ooh.
Like this knight fork and blitz. This is where we are looking at.
Ooh. What a game this was. What a game, guys. Praggnanandhaa with his 3rd win in a row. And now look at him beating Duda, Topalov and Arvind. And guys, has he managed to climb up the standings rank here? Let's have a look at the standings, or is there any game still going on?
But the incredible part was Arvind actually managed with some resources and he
Arvind
was
played.
almost there for a draw.
Yeah.
And the last moment he missed that, which was a bit of tactical idea by Pragg, I would say.
Oh, by the way, Fedoseev beats Levon, which is nice.
For Pragg, you mean?
Yeah, which is nice for Pragg, of course.
Oh, Pragg is on the 3rd spot.
Yeah, Amruta, I'm going to put up the standings here, guys. There you see the standings. 25.5 for Fedoseev. Unstoppable, insane performance. Today also 6.5 out of 8. Yesterday he scored 8 out of 9. Fedoseev is in this God mode right now. I would say if I was Fedoseev, I would find a sponsor and challenge the world champion or world number 1 to a match right now. It would be epic to watch that happen. Then there is MVL at 20 points. Pragg moves to number 3 spot with Aronian with 1 round to go. Whoa! And MVL, his game is going on actually. MVL is still playing against Fedoseev. I don't know if they drew or... MVL is playing against Deac. Guys, the game is going on here. It's going to end in a draw though. Yeah, that's a draw. So actually MVL will move to 21, which will secure his his 2nd spot actually with 1 round to go. So Pragg and Aronian will fight for the 3rd spot. This is going to be exciting, Amruta. Last round we have Pragg taking on David Gavrilescu. And what about this guy?
Who?
Aronian. Whom is he playing?
I'll let you know. Wait.
No, I can find out. Don't worry. By the way, this was a draw. We have round number 18.
Aronian Duda.
Aronian Duda. Oh, Duda, by the way, guys, he just right now drew with Deac. And rematch, please, says Vinith Gaming. Looking forward to Esports World Cup performance of Arvind.
No, Arvind has won all the hearts. Whoever has followed, we have
Oh.
enjoyed his games. They're very interesting. Opening कुछ भी खेलता है, फिर middle game के बाद somehow Arvind's positions are all, you know,
बढ़िया तो खेलता है
completely
वो,
crazy.
but of course he needs to sort of have more practice at this level, get more invitations to top level events. Guys, Arvind will next be in action at the Stepan Avagian Memorial. This will happen in May end. There will be an amazing event that will happen. And Prag can still finish second. No, I don't think so. He can finish second, guys. Because, एक मिनट, यहाँ पे I think update के बाद you will see. Oh, MVL is 20.5. I thought MVL drew right now, so he moved to 21. No, okay, so maybe then this is the stand. I'll just refresh it just in case, you know, guys.
Divyansh says, are you coming to Norway for Norway chess? Because I'm in Norway in May. No, Sagar is not coming.
Actually, we will have Aditya and Abhyudaya from our team in Norway. They will be there at the venue in Stavanger. So, guys, you can go there. I believe it's possible to see. Why are you?
It's not possible to read a year only. तो मोबाइल पे क्या ही पढ़ेंगे वो लोग.
Got it. ठीक है. And we will be trying to commentate on it from home, but we will also be making recaps. We will also be doing stuff from there.
But we also don't have the cameras, guys. So would you say that maybe we'll put up videos? We have to still decide whether we'll do commentary or.
Yes.
Without
what do you think about Team Liquid in EWC? By Team Liquid.
Team Liquid is solid, guys.
It has Caruana and Magnus. You can't get a stronger team than that. But I also like SHUL team. I like the chances of Nihal a lot. You know, you guys are getting a taste to see Arvind in this short format. But when you see Nihal playing, I'm hoping someday Nihal gets invited to Grand Chess Tour or events. You know, he's really, really strong in Rapid and Blitz. And actually, the format there is not over the board, right? It's playing on a computer. It's a totally different ball game when it comes to playing on a computer. The game is the same. What you see is the same, but you have to use a mouse instead of a hand. And many players are just used to using the mouse much more than their hands to play. And Nihal is one of them.
It matters quite a lot. Like you can be so good at it. It can save you so many seconds, which is very important. Nihal will do well.
At what time does the last round start?
Now
in exactly 11 minutes, it will start the last round. And until then, we can also solve one
that
position.
one was pending, no?
Yes, that one position everyone wanted to solve.
It. In fact, also about Arvind, you know, he was for last few years, he was around 2600, 2650. He was around that. And then when he recently got this breakthrough, you know, by hanging in there, it's also a similar thing could happen with Nihal as well. He's around 2700. He's going there, coming back. But he'll also have his breakthrough where he will get 27.
Nihal is so young. Yeah, he's just 20 right now.
Yeah, for sure.
And the only reason why Nihal is right now we feel he's slow is because he was the first Indian amongst these youngsters to hit 2600 ELO. So that's why we think, oh, now everyone's crossed 2700. Arjun has even crossed 2800 and so on. So Nihal slowed down a bit. But if you look at in a normal terms, Nihal's growth has been quite amazing in that sense. Yeah, so going to that position where we were trying to, I just thought that maybe we will try and solve this.
Sure.
It's white to play.
You have a super chat.
Mitul Bhai says Team Liquid is best in PC games for ages. And yeah, that's why I think they've invested heavily in getting Magnus and Fabi in their team. It's going to happen in Saudi Arabia. I think we are hoping that we will be present there for this EWC World Cup.
Whenever anyone asks about tiebreak system, Nightbot replies, breaking news, we have just been informed of the tiebreak rules. The player which has subscribed to ChessBase India will be the winner.
Oh, nice.
नाइट बॉट कभी कभी लगता है यार, नाइट बॉट तेरे में क्या ही इमोशन है, ऐसा लगता है।
कभी कभी लगता है। कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है
कि नाइट बॉट में इमोशन है।
कि
Will you be there in Vegas?
yes, we will come to Vegas.
Have to take care of the Vegas now, guys.
Please tell different teams and who all are there. Indu. Maybe I'll make a video on this, Indu. We know that Arjun is playing in Gen. How do you pronounce it? I don't know. It's
Gen
called
Z.
Gen G or Gen
Gen
Z,
Gen
but
Z.
it's Gen G. They have a G at the end, so we don't know. Vegas में freestyle chess का next event is happening in Vegas. That will happen
Oh,
in
that's
July.
during our anniversary of. Yeah.
So
Are you
right
going?
now, Amruta, hopefully, Queen. I
What if I
don't know.
say don't go?
Then I won't go.
Oh no, I won't say that. Shout out from Philippines. अरे क्या बात है, Alexander. Philippines, मतलब so Wesley fans, I believe.
Actually, it's not so easy to find the answer to this. And I don't even know, by the
Who
way,
to play है अभी?
white to play. It's a 5-star puzzle. It's deflection and mating net. So I can understand the first move is Queen F5 here.
कहाँ से deflect कर रहे हो पर?
Queen C8 played. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, here's a homework for all of you. What to do to Queen D8? That could be interesting. But he went Queen C8.
It's always good to have a homework which nobody is going to check. You yourself become your teacher.
I think Queen D8 there was Bishop G5 maybe. That was okay. Now I think the nice move here could be Amruta Rook E7, because if Rook takes Rook, I win the Queen, and if you take Queen takes Queen, I still win the Rook. Yeah, Shlok Mali, you are right. Yeah, Knight H4, Neil, there's no threat. It's just a check, I just move. So Rook E7 looks really tempting to me. Because with Rook E7, I'm on. Oh, by the way, also what looks very tempting is Bishop H6, Amruta. This is a crazy move. Because think about it. If Rook takes E2, I'm winning your Queen. And if Bishop H6, G H6, then Rook E7. And it's a forced mate here.
Wonderful.
This works. This works. Bishop H6.
Good. Well done, Sagar.
Let's go. Rook E7. What the hell?
Rook E7 को Rook E7 आने वाला है.
Rook E7, Queen C8.
अरे हाँ, sorry. वो तो मैं भूल ही गई.
But why is Rook E7 not working? It looks like a great move, by the way.
There's something better. Rook E7 को what if Queen takes F5?
Rook E8
check. Maybe
it should win, yeah?
Maybe there's something better. It's important to find the best move.
Maybe the move is Queen F6 check. If you go King H7, there is Queen F7 check and take the Rook. So King G8, Queen G6 check, King F8 forced, because otherwise you win the Rook.
Then take the H6
Then take the H6 pawn, then bring the knight in.
अरे फट खत्म हो रहा है. Check King G8, Queen G6, King F8 takes King F. अच्छा वापस गया तो फिर.
Check.
I'm looking at knight G5 also.
Directly. Yeah. Guys, solved it, but I'm not convinced about this line here. Maybe in Chess Ranga,
No,
few
why
things.
not? But if it is the best move, I think it's so. You know what is important, Sagar?
No, I'm not convinced about this
second
Queen D6, Queen D8 move. What to do here? It should. The thing is, we have to develop this. We will put in the analysis later.
But go Queen D8, for example.
I can't even make the move analysis here, because that is something we have to still develop.
Okay.
So all these little features, we will still get it. And yes, Shobha Prasanna will be live in GCT Romania. You are a fan of Gukesh. We are also fans of Gukesh.
And what was happening for Queen C8? Okay, because of Queen C8 it was working. Rook E2 wasn't possible.
Queen D8 is Bishop G5 according to... Okay, Bishop G5 I saw. And then Queen C8. Then I can do the same thing. Yeah.
No, but bishop g5 को क्या हो रहा है? g5, knight
Knight g5
Wait.
forced mate.
King g8, queen f7, queen h5.
Queen f7 and just rook e8 also.
Nice. Very cool. Bishop g5 is cool.
Next puzzle says Shlok. अरे श्लोक भाई को तो सॉल्व ही करते रहने का है.
But guys, last round होने वाला है. We have to not miss, huh?
इधर है ना
Not
already.
हाँ.
I can look at this
तो
very
standing
hard.
निकाल दो ना वहाँ पे. अभी वो तो वैसे भी नहीं दिखाने वाले हो तो.
And
Oof.
we have also
Win,
events here,
Win
right?
is saying, Sagar, please organize a fan meetup in Vegas. Would love that. Bring Amruta di.
श्योर भाई. हाँ वो है गेमिंग हाउस SATUL गेमिंग हाउस टूर का ये टूर्नामेंट आज खत्म होता है. देन वी विल मैसेज एंड विल ट्राई टू फिगर अ डेट टू डू दैट टू गो टू. I don't know where it is. Kharghar. It is in Kharghar.
I have, sorry, no idea. about
Yes.
this.
No, I'm just saying it is in Kharghar and it might be nice if.
Ooh, in 3 days I have exam. NEET exam.
Oh yes.
Oh.
I think it's on 4th of May.
क्या बात है? All the best to
One
all
of
the
our-
upcoming
one of our
doctors.
friends is giving that exam. So all the best, guys. Study well. I know it's a very tough exam. I also know that you all study for an
Ji.
entire year for it. But I hope that you will do a neat job. What's the rumor about India USA match? अरे निक गुप्ता.
Rumor तो
बहुत कुछ है, बहुत कुछ. By the way, Amruta, Saurabh
today was the
Avasthi,
last exam of
Saurabh
my
Avasthi
MBA.
on Help Chess has been a constant name on this stream because, guys, no one has contributed today on helpchess.org.
Wow.
We
so
hope
when Prag
that
wins, that he'll
if
be the
you
one.
can contribute, your name would come on the stream. Just go to helpchess.org. It goes and supports the young Indian chess players. We have been supporting many players thanks to your contributions. In fact, we are just about finishing the article on all the work that Help Chess has done in the previous year, and we want to show it to you what all we have done thanks to your support. So, rumor nahi, sach hai, India USA, it's happening. Yes.
सागर तुमने क्या लगा?
कौन सा वीडियो पे?
3 and 3 पे प्रग है. वो मेन गेम है अभी के लिए. और 2.
Yes, MVL versus Arvind है ना? हाँ अमृता? Oh my god, guys, it's a dream finish. Because look at the standings. Standings are MVL 20.5, Prag 19.5, and Arvind playing MVL. So if Arvind beats MVL, Prag beats David, then Prag can reach joint second position. मतलब आज Arvind now has to say, okay, I know it's not a great day for me, but I will help my friend Praggu to reach the top. तो दोस्ती दिखाने का टाइम आ गया है.
क्या बात है, मजेदार. गाइस, लास्ट एंड द बेस्ट, यही बोलते हैं अपन.
Handshake. Prag comes in. I'm sure he's having this really nice feeling in him right now. 3 wins in a row. You can see that energy in him, Amruta. And David, by the way, also has had 4 losses in a row.
Baap re.
So clearly he's right now shaky terrain. It will be interesting to see how things go here. Oh, we have Lukas Turlai.
Oh.
He is our very good friend and he plays B4. I think he thought
And Prag was laughing.
No, but Amruta, very smart move. Why? Because it's called the Polish opening and they are in Poland. So he made that B4 move with a good thought there.
Very cool, very cool. There you go, the handshake and E4 on the board. D5 again.
Hey, Praggnanandhaa going for Scandi. It's called Scandinavian, guys. Knight to F3. Not
अगर ये जीतेगा तो we'll have a candy.
अरे क्या बात है? Oh, we have Sridhar Rajagopalan who has contributed on Help Chess, a new name. Arey, thank you, Sridhar
thank
bhai.
you.
Thank you so much. Bishop F5, hitting the pawn here. That's
Is he the
amazing.
father of Shreyas Rajagopalan?
No.
Okay,
no.
I mixed it up. But
Bishop F5. Maybe, huh? Maybe. Okay, Bishop E2.
yeah, we're bad at names though. But okay.
No,
By
it
the way,
could be.
let's look at this, Sagar. David would have seen Prag's previous game for sure.
No, there's no
No?
time to see anything, Amruta, here. But you see this, by the way, guys, if you remember, generally you hit the queen in the opening in Scandinavian and it has to move. But if you see how David played, he didn't touch the queen till a long time. He moved his bishop, he castled, and then hit the queen, and then brought the knight. This is also a very, very viable way to play as white against the
Very
Scandinavian.
good preparation actually by David, and I do think that David is prepared for Scandinavian.
Oh,
against
yes.
Pragg.
Yes.
I do feel.
Amruta, another contributor on Help Chess, Ashish Trivedi. Thank you, Ashish bhai. That's very kind of you. Another believer of Indian chess.
So last round, Pragg is here fighting for, runners up position. We have Help Chess contributors. Maza aaya. Okay,
Right
not
now,
Resh.
Amruta.
Resh's father. Okay, Sridhar, but thank you.
Oh,
so
please
much.
update the bars.
Update the bars.
Yeah, Amruta, and also
मैं उधर देख सकती
one thing which I must mention is that Pragg has voluntarily taken an inferior position because his opponent, although he has prepared this, would not be like fully in-depth prepped in the Scandinavian. And so it's like a...
But what is, for Pragg's level, an in-depth preparation would still be around 25-30 moves.
Yes, exactly. But here, not in Scandinavian. It will be 10-12 moves at max, or maybe 15.
Okay, interesting. We have to understand. Okay, Sridhar is saying that he contributed because he loves our commentary. Simply contributing because he follows the commentary. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Sridhar bhai. And I want to have a look at Arvind Chithambaram here, because you see, Amruta, Arvind is with the white pieces against MVL, and MVL is known as the master of Najdorf. There is no one who plays the Najdorf better than MVL.
And not just that, on elite level, MVL kept playing Najdorf when all the players also stopped playing Najdorf, you know. And he was even losing, yet he kept playing. And then he kind of again, it was amazing.
I would say that in the group of people who have played the Najdorf all their lives, we have greats like Kasparov, Fischer, Nakamura, and I would also add MVL to that list, because the amount of thing that he has contributed to this opening is just insane.
ये PhD हो गया MVL का.
His love for Najdorf is huge. Meanwhile, Praggnanandhaa's opponent David has pushed the pawn forward, and Pragg has managed to equalize the game. But Amruta, it's also leading to a position which is very equalish in nature. If you think about it, right now, a lot of pieces are off the board, and if Pragg has to play bishop d6, which is the best move, it would exchange further pieces. He doesn't. He goes b5.
Yeah, he's going to take advantage of that isolated pawns.
He might go with his knight here to b6, attacking
and
here.
if white is not in time to, put pressure on the c7 guy, because d5 पे pressure आने वाला है.
Yes, maybe I want to put my
exchange.
knight on this square, or should I put my knight on this square?
Wait, what
It's
if
a-
d6? If knight b6 go d6?
Yeah, that's why Pragg is playing.
And you have to
queen
be
d7.
careful for bishop c7 and d6 ideas, in general.
Yes, which could fork one of the pieces. So right now we have queen here, moving here, attacking the pawn, although it's
D6.
super well
नहीं,
defended
but
right
d6
now.
को क्या है plan?
Okay, you can play and maybe it's just trade, and then it's equal. But
But
Pragg-
white is happy, no? Like he had 4 losses and now he's playing with Pragg and d6 से equalize हो रहा है.
Oh, Shubhodeep Das, thank you so much for your contribution. Our 2222 believer. Wow, that's a very unique number, Shubhodeep. And guys, all those who contribute get a certificate and an ATG receipt in their email instantly. So I hope that you all received it on the email ID that you have put. Thank you all for your contribution. This is something very, very special happening here as Praggnanandhaa.
Shlok is saying bishop c7, queen c7, rook e7, rook e7, d6.
Oh, बढ़िया
But
भाई.
वहाँ पे तुमने बहुत कुछ दे दिया ना?
Actually, the problem, that's a
लग
very
रहा
good
था.
line.
Actually,
No, it's a very good line.
Possible
The
है.
only problem with this line is it starts first with I attack your, so that when I take and you take here, I can take with the queen.
Nice.
Oh,
nice
by the way,
question.
Amruta, knight coming here, he's attacking. Look at this X-ray, pawn push or either khatam. So Pragg must go with the knight forward or at least block the pawn with the bishop. It depends on what is Pragg's thinking here. Does he want to just block the pawn? Does he want to move forward with his knight?
Wow. Okay. Oh, he goes knight c5. Khela.
Oh, he played?
Yep.
Knight c5, queen c2, h6 played. Pushing the knight away. Praggnanandhaa slowly getting the grip of the position, I feel.
For all those who are new to chess, when you think of the knights, consider a football. And when you think of kicking the ball, you have to consider the pawn being kicking it away.
Wow, very interesting. Okay. MVL has gone wrong, it seems, Amruta, or not? No. Guys, nothing like that has happened. But very quickly, a glimpse here. The position is super complex. It is pressure down here. The rook could come in. I feel Aravindh is holding well here at this point.
Yes.
Oh, this is so interesting.
Hey, both the games are very interesting.
Yeah,
it's very difficult to choose.
Come back. We'll come back. But right now, Pragg has gotten the advantage. Because after pawn push, he went here. Pragg said, okay, I'm going to displace your queen and snatch a pawn. And David was like, oh, did I just blunder a pawn?
Oh yeah, one extra pawn, extra time on the clock. Pragg is doing really well.
Yes,
wow.
He's doing well. But Amruta, don't move your bishop. If you move your bishop, rook takes rook, rook takes rook, queen takes rook, and it's a free rook. So first, try to get rid of the queen from there. So the knight jumping back and hitting the queen is a good idea here.
Totally. If football moves in an L shape, that does sound funny.
Well, Pragg is now just trying to be very sure he's in the zone, guys. If you start another tournament right now, Pragg might as well win it. Knight b6, great move. You can't take the pawn, it's defended by the bishop. So the queen has to move away. But where? Here. Where exactly?
Queen b3, but a5? A5
No, not a5, Amruta, c5. Let's push the c pawn, c5, c4.
हाँ, okay. c7 is weak up से, so चलेगा.
कोई हमसे जीत न पावे, चले चलो.
आगे बोल.
रुक जाए जो टकराए, चले चलो. चले चलो कोई राह में ना थम जावे, चले चलो.
क्या बात है गाइस.
टूट गई जो उंगली मुट्ठी. अरे अभी आगे नहीं पता भाई. रौनक भट्टाचार्य जी सपोर्टिंग विद 100 रुपए. अरे कितने सारे
ये गाने की वजह से किया गया.
ऑल द नेम्स गाइस, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर सपोर्ट.
कर लो ना, पढ़ लो ना.
अभी नहीं अमृता, एक मर रहा है. f7 pawn मर रहा है. Bishop f6. He goes here. f7 is defended by the queen. Knight g4. He's attacking the bishop.
But bishop d4 पे बैठेगा.
Why not put the bishop here? It's an amazing bishop.
Absolutely amazing.
And Pragg is like, thank you so much, David.
Exchange tag देना ही
पड़ेगा. But David comes in with his own bishop. He's like, Pragg, I want to take out your bishop.
मार दो. Mara a5 and then with the idea of later a4, c4, all those ideas.
So first take, knight takes or rook takes, then push the pawn, then push the pawn. That's what the idea is. But Amruta, when you take here, don't forget your own pawn is hanging.
Whew, awesome.
He takes the bishop. Right now, Pragg has 1 minute 10 seconds. David has 1 minute 18 seconds. And knight takes pawn. He's attacking this pawn here, but it's defended. Rook comes to the center of the board. Pragg keeping that advantage. He's keeping that nerves intact. I mean, I would blunder something here because I'm so stressed out.
Yeah.
But Pragg is not.
Maybe you can quickly read the name, Sagar. 223, 224. It's gonna be awesome.
Arey, bye. So we have believers. Raunak Bhattacharya, 100 rupees. Thank you so much. Kudre Mahesh Kumar, thank you so much. Gaurav Pallav, thank you so much. Shubhodeep Das and Ashish Trivedi. Wow, we had 5 believers in like 5 minutes. That's just insane.
And that's why magic here.
Yeah, that's why we think Help Chess is brilliant, because the top players of India who are playing get connected with the young talents because of you guys. You know, it's amazing. Knight g4. And now look at this. The knight is looking in this direction. The rook is open. The queen could swing. Pragg's pieces are a little bit placed clumsily on the side. I would centralize the queen. No, he pushes the pawn.
I like that move actually.
Amruta, fearless Pragg. But then queen g3. Now you see the attack here. So Pragg defends it. He's so alert. He's so alert to the possibilities. Praggnanandhaa playing, and I'm amazed at Pragg's focus, guys. ये फोकस देख के मैं एक बार फुल स्क्रीन करना चाहता हूं. भाई क्या ही फोकस है. If any of you are giving NEET exam, any exam, this is the focus you need to study with. Prag's focus, there is nothing that can distract you. He takes, and now the C pawn, boom, boom, boom. Amruta going forward. Even the knight can join in.
Yeah,
Let's go,
the
bhai.
super passer.
Amruta पहले pawn was like चले चलो, अब अकेला आदमी. तो मैं एकला चलो, एकला चलो, एकला
Bengali
चलो.
गाना. We have Ronak saying love and a small token of appreciation from Kolkata. क्या बात
Thank you, Raunak bhai. Rook C1, he's attacking this pawn. Knight लेके आओ भाई, और आगे मत push करो. Don't push this Prag because then the knight will come and you will lose the pawn. So just bring your knight. Yes, knight d5. Beautiful move by Praggnanandhaa, defending the pawn. At this point, Prag is doing really well. At the same time, MVL is beating Aravindh. Hopefully, Aravindh can pull off something. But we don't know.
Queen d4. खेला g3. क्या हुआ?
Yeah, Queen d4.
Queen c7. He went back Queen c7
Yeah,
and then g3.
he defends his rook and is ready to give some
No
discourse.
disco.
No!
Wait,
Queen
but why?
d4.
No, but it's hard to find. Hard to find.
It's the only move he finds it. He finds it and Prag
Oh, you
loses
can't
the
support rook
pawn.
c8.
Now
Because
which song, Amruta?
Arey, no, wait,
Akela.
there is a tactic Prag has in mind.
No tactic. Rook.
Yes, I
No!
told him he has a tactic in mind.
Queen
Queen
g3
कहाँ
because
से?
takes here he can take the queen. No, he didn't do it. Yes, he found it. Queen
No,
g3
but
on the
that
board.
was a trick. That's why he played this.
He takes it, guys.
But okay, long way to go.
Prag
Long
is
way.
a pawn up now.
Thank God. Thank God.
A4. This is winning now. Takes the pawn. Prag is like, by Jadu Maro, Swachhata Abhiyan, clean everything, clean the board.
Oh my goodness.
Takes another pawn.
Insane. 3 pawns. Okay, this
कितने
is over.
pawn सब खाली है.
Oh, but 2 seconds. Prag has to take care of time because he's lost on time so many times. So he just
टाइम बचा लेगा. Praggnanandhaa don't.
भूल
Yes.
जाओ.
Everything gets traded. Everything. Yay! Fourth win for Praggnanandhaa in a row. Finishes third. And he actually looks at the game of Arvind. Arvind loses to MVL. So MVL finishes second. Fedoseev, what to say about this guy? Scores another win against Firouzja, scoring 7.5 out of 9 today. Guys, salute to Fedoseev, I would say. But पहले Fedoseev OP तो हम करेंगे ही. But first Prag OP हो
guys.
जाएगा.
Prag OP हो जाए. As Sagar says, if the tournament would continue, I do believe that Prag would have killed everyone.
Yeah, I think so. Prag really played beautifully towards the end. 4 wins in a row. He managed to beat so many players. In fact, I think he managed to, in the end, if we look at just the...
अभी ranking क्या आ रहा है? He's coming third क्या?
Yeah, he's finished. Here are the standings, guys. I'm just bringing it up for
Third
you
या
guys
fourth,
to
because
see.
it's a-
Thanks to chess.com here. Fedoseev, first.
Updated
Second,
है,
MVL. Third, Praggnanandhaa with 20.5. Levon Aronian, a big shout out to Lev, who's doing so well. He's now 47 years old, Amruta. He's still right up there. He could have very well finished second there if not for the not so great last few rounds. Levon on 20 points. Alireza, Firouzja on 18 and half. No, by the way, did I say Levon is 47?
Yes.
He's 82 born. So he's just 42. Sorry guys. Sorry.
5 साल करा दी.
Firouzja 2754. He finishes 5th here. And of course, a little bit of a heartbreak for Aravindh and his fans here, because all of us, he finishes 8th out of 10. He was joined first after the Rapid.
Maybe you can show 10 because
but
it feels like
Blitz
only.
mein, he couldn't really weave his magic, Amruta.
Yeah, that is a little bit of sad that in Rapid you were joined first
Yes.
and it's not counted as such. Maybe like sometimes, like
Yes.
even for Firouzja for that matter. But he played great chess.
I mean, Amruta, one thing which we need to first, as someone who loves chess, of course, we love our players and all, but when you love chess, you can't help to notice that 5-point lead at the top for Fedoseev. When was the last time you saw someone win in a tournament by 5 points? Fedoseev OP ho jaye dosto in the chat. I think he dominated this tournament like how Magnus Carlsen would in any tournament. I have a feeling that we all have to watch out for Fedoseev. And by the way, if you know how old he is, Vladimir Fedoseev.
Maybe 27.
No, 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 not at all. He's 95 born, so he's 30 years old. So he's peaking at 95, born in 95, which just goes to show that sometimes chess, although we keep saying it's a young player's game and so on, it's more to do with your mental state, where you are. And right now, Fedoseev is in the best mental state of his life. We had contributors on Help Chess even after at the end, Amruta. I want to just give a huge shout out to Tharun Reddy, who contributed towards the end, 250 rupees. Thank you so much for becoming a believer of Indian chess, guys. Thank you all for following this live stream that we had. So many of you. Fedoseev 70 rating points gained. That's insane. He reaches 2745. He was 2675. That is just huge. Can you show Harshit Bhai's opening, says Josh? Yes, for sure. For sure. We can just quickly check. Oh, it's not started, guys. But Harshit Bhai is playing. Oh my God. Harshit is playing Francesco Sonis. Francesco Sonis is a strong player from Italy, and we have the moves. Harshit Bhai का आज गेम देखो
अरे देखे नहीं
दोस्तों.
रहा है.
He is playing in the Sardinia Open in Italy, and we have a lot of coverage on our channel for that. So Niklesh and Himang Bhai are there in Italy, and look at this move. Harshit Bhai, tricky as ever, plays his knight into the center of the board. If you take here, what is the problem, guys? Time to learn a new opening trap. Black to play.
क्या बात है. रुद्र से हेलो सागर भाई, सॉरी कल नहीं आ पाया क्योंकि गेस्ट आए थे एंड घर में हवन था. But
अरे क्या
do
भाई
you stay
रुद्र
in
भाई.
MP? Because I heard that the scientists are going there to really check कि हवन से बारिश को ला सकते हैं कि नहीं. So वही हवन था क्या?
By the way, Shrikar says, thank you Shrikar bhai for your very nice comment. Yes, hoping for an Indian to win in classical Romania. So guys, Grand Chess Tour is a series of events like, freestyle tour. It's classical chess, rapid and blitz. So we had the first leg right now in Romania, in Warsaw, Poland. Second leg starts from 7th of May in Romania, Bucharest, the capital of Romania, where we will have Praggnanandhaa and Gukesh fighting it out against Fabi, Alireza. It's a strong event there. And then that we will cover fully. And then we go to Zagreb.
That's 7th May. That's 7th May.
That's
right?
7th May.
Yeah.
But Zagreb is in, I think, July or July. We have to check. June maybe.
June.
There we have Magnus coming in for.
Oh, then we have Magnus, Gukesh also.
And Prague also.
And Prague also.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and that would be huge. And guys,
Super.
all those who found this move, Queen E7, good job. And my question to you is, if I save the knight, what's the problem?
How many will answer? How many people are we having right now? 1100 में से 50 people, guys.
50 log. Can you find it, guys? Yes, knight F3 check mate. Well done, guys. Ajubhai, guys, Arjun Erigaisi will take part in Norway chess now directly. He was not part of the Grand Chess Tour. It's a little bit unfortunate. I would have loved to have Arjun Erigaisi also part of the Grand Chess Tour. He thoroughly deserves this to be here. He's crossed 2800. He is like one of the best players in the world. But unfortunately, he was not given a full tour spot. And I believe he could have gotten wildcards. But I think Arjun has chosen not to be part of the wildcards there. D6, knight D3. This is all well-known things. This is very good position for black. So that's the reason why knight d4, bishop g2 played, and knight takes f3. And what Harshit is essentially saying to his opponent is that मैंने बहुत मेहनत की है आके आपके knight को लेने के लिए, but my point is that my knight was not that great a piece. Your knight was much better. So after this, generally they go like bishop b4 or bishop c5. Put the pawn here on d6, c6, castles, and black has a pretty decent position. Yeah. We will be following these games. I'm pretty sure we are recording these games. We are going to put up the highlight video also on ChessBase India. with me commentating on it. So a lot of things coming up, guys. I hope you have watched the interview with Humpy. I highly recommend you to do that. She talks about her victory at the FIDE Women's Grand Prix in Pune. I highly recommend you to watch the interview of Fedoseev where he talks about his really good spirits that he is in when we did it
Yeah,
in
even
Weizen
it's
House.
incredible for Humpy because around 37 years of age, I believe, for her.
She's same age as you.
No,
No,
1 year.
1 year elder.
No, not
Younger?
elder, younger.
She's 87 born.
So, no, it's amazing that she could win this in spite of all the youngsters being there.
Oh,
yeah?
for sure.
And it's always very inspiring. Oh, by the way, Abhishek says Prag will gain 8.43 points while Fedoseev will gain 13.26 in FIDE circuit. Kitna? She's
38 years old because she
Acha, abhi
turned
30.
38 this year.
and I'm correct, no? So 1 year younger. Oh, Rudra says I watched. Oof, crazy upcoming big tournament. Bola abhi 7th May, guys. We will see each other at 6:15 p.m. from 7th May.
Okay.
चलेगा अभी निकलेंगे हम लोग.
ठीक है, guys. Take care. See you guys. And if you would like to support us, check the links in the description. There is a Gookie book and there is ChessBase 18 and Mega Database. That's very cool. You
Yep.
can check it out and leave a comment if you enjoyed this commentary. Take care, guys. Bye bye. See you.